Hey CEOs, I'm Erika Jones, CFO, Profit First CFO, and Certified Tax Advisor. And today, I want to talk about something that keeps coming up in boardrooms. It keeps coming up in CFO circles and even Forbes CFO coverage. This idea that AI is the answer to a volatile society. Tariffs, tax law changes, interest rate, market swings. AI is being positioned as the fix. But here's the truth that most founders don't hear. AI doesn't fix financial chaos. It exposes it. And if your cash flow, your tax strategy, and financial systems aren't solid, AI will not save you. It will magnify the problem. A recent CFO feature highlighted something important. CFOs are optimistic about AI, but they're cautious. Not because we don't understand technology, not because we're resistant to change, but because CFOs know this one thing. Technology only works when the foundation is clean. AI relies on accurate data, reliable systems, predictable cash flow, clear financial structure. So if your numbers are messy, if your accounts aren't intentional, if your tax strategy is reactive, AI doesn't create clarity. It creates faster confusion. This is why CFOs, we're not rushing, we're preparing. There was an article called AI Trust Gap. But let me reframe that for founders. The trust gap is not AI. The trust gap is financial leadership. Most businesses that I see, they don't have a technology problem. You know what they have? They have no cash flow, no allocation system, no forecasting discipline, no assigned profit, no tax strategy tied to growth. So when uncertainty hits, tariffs, tax changes, labor costs, the business reacts emotionally instead of strategically. That's not an AI problem. That's a CFO problem. And this is exactly why companies are moving away from growth at all costs. Revenue without control feels impressive until it becomes volatile. Let me be very clear. Cash flow is not accounting. Cash flow is leadership. Think about this. Before AI, before dashboards, before forecasting tools, you need a system that answers 3 questions. Where is my cash going? What is this money for? And what happens if conditions change? This is why I teach profit first at the CFO level. Not as a gimmick, but as a control framework. Profit first forces intentional allocation, discipline before spending, visibility before growth. AI can help you to analyze, but profit first helps you decide. And in uncertainty, decisions matter more than insights. So here's what a volatile environment does. It exposes weak systems. Tariffs don't destroy businesses. Poor forecasting does. Let me repeat that. Tariffs don't destroy businesses. Poor forecasting does. Tax law changes, they don't break companies. Reactive tax planning does. Interest rates don't cause panic. Lack of cash reserve does. See, CFOs prepare for uncertainty. You want to know how? Stress testing cash flow, running scenarios, assigning profit before spending, building tax buffers intentionally. AI can't support that, but it can. Let me rephrase that. AI can support it, but it can't replace it. So if your numbers don't tell you what to do next, guess what? No tool will. If your numbers don't tell you what to do next, no tool will. So here's the real question that every CEO should be asking. If volatility increased tomorrow, will my numbers guide me or scare me? Because the companies that will win over the next 5 years, they're not the fastest adopters. They're not the loudest marketers. They're not the most automated. They're the most financially disciplined. Guess what? They have cash flow systems. They have assigned profit. They have strategic tax planning in place. And forecasting is tied to decisions. AI rewards discipline, but it punishes chaos. So if you're a founder doing 7, 8, even 6 figures, and you're thinking about AI, you're thinking about growth, or you're thinking about scaling, I want you to start with one place. Fix the systems first. Because AI doesn't replace CFO thinking, it amplifies it. If you want to pressure test your cash flow system, tax strategy, and forecasting before things become volatile, go ahead and book a tax and profit clarity session. The link is in my bio, and it's also below in the captions, right? In the comments. But if this perspective helps you to think differently, I want you to like, subscribe, share, and drop your questions in the comments. I'll answer them from a CFO lens. I'm Erika Jones, and remember, profit isn't about what you earn, it's about what you control.